Hello there everyone, it's week 3 of our updates. I hope everyone is keeping safe and well. Mr. Davis here. I just wanted to go through a few extra bits of information with you this week. Following on from the messages you've had the last 2 weeks, I'm hoping that you're making progress with your equipment list that we've shared with you for the last couple of weeks, just to make sure everything is in place, ready for September, and really making the most of those high street deals that are available at the moment. Also your uniform, making sure that you're securing all of the bits that you need. A reminder for families, the 21st and the 26th of August will be the dates that will be open for anybody who's struggling maybe financially to access the uniform. We will have some pieces of uniform available in school on those dates. I'll be sending out some information to you via text message in the near future. Just one thing for you to keep an eye on, please, which is appropriate for everybody, regardless of whether you're using public transport or not, and that is the government advice and guidance on the use of face coverings and masks. Obviously, it's something that we're monitoring as a school. As it stands at the moment, the guidance is that masks are not needed in schools, and we will continue to monitor that. But we are aware that as students make their way into and from school, they may be using buses and public transport. They may well be going into local shops where the expectation clearly as a country is that face masks should be worn. Just some information on the actual return to school. The first days for students coming back in September will be the 3rd and the 4th. On Thursday, the 3rd of September, we will only be having Year 7s in. Now, all Year 7s in the past week and their families will have received a letter with detail on this. The times that you come in will be dictated by your form groups, and you will have received this information, and you'll be coming in for a 2-hour block of time, which will allow you to meet your form tutor, get some important information about the running of the school and the site, and really some of those key little bits of information that get you started as part of your transition into secondary school life. Friday the 4th of September will be the first full day for everybody in the school. You will see the information on the slide that we've shared before, which has got all of your different zones and your entrances that you will be using, and included in that are the arrival times as well. And they're absolutely crucial just to help us to manage student entrance to school, the numbers coming in, and make sure we've got appropriate staff on our different duty points to welcome your children into school and to get you off to your form room as quickly as possible. The purpose of that day is very much about just settling everybody before we go into learning on the Monday. So there are 3 key parts of that day that you need to be aware of. The first one, as I've said with Year 7s previously, is about going through the plans and the procedures. School in September will be very different, and it's crucial that everybody knows about those differences, how the canteen will work and how it will work with people getting lunches, what will happen with lesson times and timetables, because they will look very different in the coming year. So we need to make sure that all that information is shared. Another part of the day is about running it as a drop-down day. Now, we have these as part of our standard calendar, which is where we get the opportunity as form classes to deliver some of our key PSHE themes and also our safeguarding topics, generally about giving students the tools that they need, not just to access the curriculum, but to access wider life and society. And we're aware that we miss some of those opportunities as a result of lockdown and school closure. So we're adding more of that time into our calendar for the coming year to be able to support students with that. And that Friday, the 4th of September, will be a drop-down day for everybody. So all of our children and students will stay with their form tutor and their form group for the entire day to access that information. The third, and arguably the most important part of that day, is just about giving people a safe space and an environment to reconnect and re-engage with their form tutor, with their form groups, re-establishing relationships with their peers, and really just getting ready for, as I say, for that learning experience to start. And we will then go into the full running of our timetable on the following Monday, which will be the 7th of September. So it's really important that Friday the 4th, we're able to get everything out of that time as a group and as a school community, then we can to really set people up ready for their learning. Just one other thing which I want to mention to you, which is about behaviour, something which is very important to all of us as a community, not just as staff in school, but also as parents and carers at home. But it's about what we will be looking for. And there are 2 main strands to how we'll be looking at behaviour in the coming year, as well as all of the positive recognition work that we will still be focusing on, and we think is a main part of our day-to-day work. We're going to be very much addressing 2 key areas. Number 1 is about ensuring safety. there will be zero tolerance of any behaviours as of September which put anybody else at risk. Now, clearly, our focus is going to be about being COVID compliant and making sure our environment is a safe one for everybody, which is why we are putting so much time, effort and energy into getting our site ready for the return in September. What we need when students come back is them taking full responsibility for their behaviour and making sure that at no point do they put themselves or anybody else at risk. And I'm sure as parents and carers you would understand and indeed support us with that to make sure that is absolutely the case. So please do be talking to your children in preparation for that, because all of our students, our existing students last term, will have had an assembly delivered by me talking about a hands-off policy and the importance of keeping your hands off and keeping your own physical space and respecting other people's physical space. That is something that is going to be absolutely crucial as we move forward into the new autumn term. The second part of our behaviour focus will be very much centred around learning. We know that we've had a period of time not in school. We know that that we've all missed the classroom experience. So it's absolutely crucial that we're able to re-engage with that classroom experience as smoothly and as stress-free as possible. And again, part of that is about students taking absolute responsibility for their own behaviours, their own actions, and respecting, we know about our care ethos, respecting everybody else's learning journey. It's absolutely critical that we hit the ground running in September and teachers can come in, deliver their lessons, make sure people are making progress and just fill in some of those gaps that maybe we've missed over the course of lockdown, which we haven't been able to deliver as thoroughly as we would like to have done had we been in the classroom. So I will be back again next week. I'm hoping that you've noticed the setting that we're in. I mentioned last week about re-engaging the community and opening our doors again. And as part of that process, Sam's Gym is now well and truly open. It is before 1 o'clock, which is why it's so quiet in here at the moment. But once the doors open, we've got a number of members of the public and our existing members that are coming back into the gym to keep their bodies fit and their minds healthy. So we would urge you all to come and experience that if you possibly can. Take care, have a good weekend, and I'll see you again next week.